There we go. So the message is how to get your mind right to build the business that you want. And she's a great example of doing that. Her mind wasn't right. She got some good coaching. She followed her mentors, and now she's doing really, really, really well. So on with her story. I always look at the backstory. So she's with the company Modere. I think Modere's been around for about 25 years. They do weight loss, they do clean products. So you take a look, and here's some of the things that they were sharing. So $220 for a month supply down to $160 for a month supply. That was just their first page. I'm sure they have a few things that aren't as pricey, but you begin to ask, do other companies have weight loss? Do they have things that taste good, that they work? Are they more affordable, convenient, delicious? Because that's what people buy. They buy taste, they buy convenience, that has to be affordable. And then of course they're looking for the health benefits. So how did she get started? She said that she was a dabbler in network marketing. She would do it for social things. She went to candle parties, stuff like that, but never, ever, ever sold anything. But then one day her husband had what's called a carotid artery dissection. That means his carotid artery kind of blew up on him, and he had a brain aneurysm. So that would really suck. So she suddenly became the breadwinner. And then she got fired. And then she got fired again. And then she got fired again. So she was in a very desperate circumstance. When I say she got fired, she got another job, got fired again, got another job, got fired again. Not sure what was going on there, but you know what? It was probably a good thing for her, because now she's doing really, really well. So first, her family did not at all embrace her decision. So her mom told her to get a job. Husband didn't support the decision, get a job, make some money, do something where you can earn a living. And then one night, and by the way, on the thing, they had spelled her name Jacky. So I put it in there, and then I looked her up, and I do like to be accurate. So one night, all that she could feed her children for dinner was microwave popcorn. And that's when she realized that she was really, really desperate and that she needed to do something. So she told her friend, right, and other friends that she had been in network marketing before, okay, I'm going to do it this time. And she said it might have been the 10th time. And then, her friends asked, what's different this time? And she said, you know what, it's my mom. And I don't know what was going on with her mom at that time, because I didn't take a good note on that, but that was her answer. So a lot of stuff with her family. Maybe it was her duty as a mom. I'm not sure what I heard there, but she had a big enough why to start going. So she had this level of self-talk where she said, you know what, I really thought success in network marketing is only for special people. And she said, I'm not special. Well, okay, I'm glad her mentors corrected that, because everybody is special. Everybody has all that they need to succeed, but she wasn't recognizing it at that moment in time. So there's a picture of Tony and Sarah Zalecki. They were somewhere up her upline. They certainly weren't her direct upline. And they reiterated this: everything that you need is already inside of you. Flashback to Tony and Sarah Zalecki. They did a Accelerator training earlier in the year. And this was them 17 years ago. Now, by the way, they earn over $1 million a year. But those were some pretty humble beginnings when they were creating a dream board. By the way, that's part of what they asked Jackie to do, to create a dream board. Then she started working, as she called it, with a mindfulness coach. And basically the strategy was this: get rid of your stinking thinking, plant really good seeds, and always enjoy the process. You want to have fun, whatever you're doing. Even if it's something that's challenging, find a way to make it fun, because fun stuff, nourishes our body, mind, and spirit. Stuff we don't enjoy drags us down. And then, so I like this quote. I pulled it up because it fit with what she was saying. If you want to be somebody else, well, just change your mind, because you can become a new person. And reality is you can become whatever you want to be. So Modere was not yet in Canada, but she said, I want to open Canada, and I want to have a leader in every one of Canada's provinces. Now, I don't know if she has that just yet, but that's a really nice vision. I might encourage my friends from Canada to have that vision because I like that vision. Um, and she's definitely working on it. She became a huge fan of the law of attraction. And Bob Proctor is giving credit for this. What you think about, you bring about. What is in your mind all day long? Think about success. Think about attracting the next best customer. Think about being a better version of you, and that all can be on the way. So then she told a story about a young man who went to one of the leaders in the company and he said, okay, if you were going to give me one piece of advice. And by the way, apparently he was wearing a t-shirt and, not really well put together. And the mentor said, all right, here's what I'm going to ask you to do. Ask yourself, how would the person I want to be do the things that I will do today? And then start doing that. So how would that person get up? How would they groom themselves? How would they dress? How would they walk? How would they talk? How would they smile? How would they greet people? And go through the day just like that. Well, 2 years later, that person was the top earner in North America and won a red Corvette. So that's a pretty cool story there. So Jackie starts each day with a gratitude journal. And you know what? Gratitude opens the floodgates to abundance. And it's not just fluff. There are literally medical studies. So you know me, I'm the big fan of PubMed. Gratitude is associated with better physical and mental health parameters, both in healthy and sick populations. She's also a fan of plan, do, review. Very simple jingle, very, very effective. And remember, that's what Eric Worre said is his secret formula for success. Every day, every project, plan, do, review. Every day, every project, plan, do, review. And so picture, you're right, there's his house. That was the mastermind that we were at his house. There's his jet. He said it worked so well the first few years, he kept doing it. So here's a plant. I'm going to plant a seed. You're hearing from multiple people that this works. Plan, do, review. Plan your day, do your day, review your day, every project, every day. She also talked about the law of association. Remember, Jim Rohn, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And you want to figure out, hey, how are the people I'm hanging out with helping me become a better, stronger, faster, smarter person? So these were the notes I copied right from Eric Worre's presentation. He says, you know what, every 6 months or so, audit and edit your list. Who are your 5 that I spend the most time with? How do they influence me? And is that okay? And if it's not, you want to be very selective. And he also said, by the way, something changes, usually every 6 months or so, there's a chance for another new person to enter your circle. You want to choose wisely, choose people that are moving in the same direction, and hopefully even ahead of where you are so that you will reach up and try to catch them. I like this quote. You cannot change the people around you, but you can change the people that you choose to be around. And that is certainly beyond true. Looks like someone typed in something in the chat. I'm going to look real quick. Oh, there we go. Richard Blissbrook is definitely a good guy to spend time with. So this is a patient of mine who, was on a cardiac transplant list. And I put it on my Facebook page and on my YouTube channel, but literally within 10 days, his heart improved so much. And he was on this transplant list for 3 years. His heart improved so much, he's no longer on the transplant list. But his autobiography is Ditches to Riches. And he had a problem. He was an alcoholic and didn't have a good group of friends. And after the second time he woke up in a ditch, he said, you know what, something needs to change. And he started working on his mindset. He got a different group of friends. And guess what? Now he's got a phenomenal life and multiple phenomenal businesses. And so this is something that Jackie also said. So I don't know who to credit to because I just got this, picture right off the internet. Hold the vision, trust the process. Whatever your vision is, hold the vision, trust the process. She wanted a leader in every province in Canada. She held the vision, she trusted the process. And another picture I liked, right? What's the road to success? Well, I promise you, it's not this smooth, easy path generally, right? There's going to be winding and dips and turns and climbs and, You name it. There is quite a challenge on that road. So now she even has her own podcast, and she calls it The Grit. Now, if you haven't heard about Grit with Angela Duckworth, this is how the most successful people succeed. You know, Michael Phelps has grit, people that just grind it out. They go to work. Eric Worre has grit. Probably people that you admire have grit. But she asked herself, you know, who am I to have a podcast? Well, she said, you know what? I'm someone that can have a podcast. And here's one of the things she said. First, they will mock you. That's the people around you. And then they will brag about you. And that's a really nice transformation. So she gave 2 assignments, and here they are. List every reason you have for not succeeding. Make it on a piece of paper, list it, and then torch that list. Set it on fire. Burn it. Burn your excuses. And I like that. And then she said, take a picture of your best warrior pose. So, you know, I always like the intensity of Mel Gibson. I like the character Braveheart. I like the historical figure. I mean, there's a guy that stood for something. And remember, if you don't stand for something, you'll likely fall for anything. So hopefully you stand for your own success, your own freedom, and you're willing to do what it takes. So that's that. We'll bring on the gallery view. And let's see if anybody has any questions about anything at all.
Dr. Bob, could I say a few things?
Of course.
I find that it's a really common theme where we devalue ourselves. And, you know, I think if we can just get rid of, I think she called it Sally, you know, get rid of the Sally or the person, the devil on your shoulder saying, you can't do this. You're not bright enough. You don't have enough hair. You have less hair, more hair. If just get rid of those excuses, you know, I think we all have that within us. And where that was rooted in, I don't know, when we were under 7 years of age, of course, but if we could just get through that one strategy of overcoming, saying, yes, we deserve this. We can do this, and let's go. So I like that warrior pose. I'll do that, actually. That sounds fun.
I love it. And you know what? Keep in mind that that's what Eric Worre said. And I'm going to trust that he knows what he's talking about because he's mentoring over 100 people earning $1 million a year in network marketing. Every one of the people that does that has to get over the stinking thinking. And I like the quote about humility. Humility is not thinking less of yourself, but it's thinking of yourself less. And, you know, start thinking about others. How can I serve? And remember the word deserve from service. We get paid according to how we serve. And that's exceptionally true in this business.
Hey, Dr. Bob, it's Andrew here. Hey, I love what you said about your circle of influence and how, you know, who we associate with. We tend to be that 4th or 5th person of who we're communicating with every single day. And, you know, if you're around people that, you know, my advice is if you're around people that are on a lower vibration or maybe not where you are at or where you're heading, I think we need to be those people to fill those shoes, those leaders, and really take control of the situation and show people through our decisions and our habits and the way we think and what we do that we can do this, you know, and you can change your life. You might not be in the best spot, but guess what? You're one small decision, you're one small habit away from a completely different transformed life.
And, you know, I love that. And I love reiterating that. Eric Worre was talking about when he said, I'm going to build this business, his friends were jeering at him and laughing and going, ha ha, Eric thinks he's an entrepreneur now, ha ha. Well, I wonder where those friends are. And I know where Eric Worre is. So pretty interesting. All right.
I would just like to say thank you for this evening. It was really great. And I'm a visual person, so I love the warrior pose thing. Just watched the Marvel Black Widow, and I think her pose is great. So you might see that.
Let's do it. I love that. So David and I are both doing the Richard Blissbrook Momentum Masterclass. David, I think it's 7:30, right? It starts in an hour or so. And then it's Mondays and Tuesdays. And, you know, it's 6 weeks. Last week was free. You could catch up. It's only $297. Richard says you'll probably 10x that $297 investment. So if it makes sense for you to do it, I would encourage you to do it. I'm doing it. And, I know I can learn a lot from Richard. He's my favorite philosophical teacher. And, it's already paying off. Signed up a bronze pack today from seeds that were planted. I'm not even sure where, but it worked out good. So, all right. Tomorrow's Ask the Doctor. See you there.
Awesome.
Dr. Bob.
Thanks, Dr. Bob.
Have a good one, Dr. Bob. Thank you.
Good
Bye,
night.
guys.
Thank you, Dr. Bob.